The last word goes to a wonderful woman. It's Neha Juneja. She is from Greenway, Grameen, Infra, and she's from the energy sector. Welcome, Neha.
Good morning. My name is Neha and I represent Greenway Grameen Infra. We are an enterprise that designs household energy solutions, cooking solutions essentially. If the 2011 census says that 60% of Indian households still continue to cook on mud stoves, mitti ka chulas. These are unhealthy, these are bad for the environment, and essentially these are prehistoric. We've had a lot of innovation even in the rural sector, but the matti ka chula has essentially remained the same with similar practices, similar drudgery, and similar ill effects on health and the economy as well as the ecology. There have been, so we saw this opportunity, this sort of brainwave came to us once when we saw a rural household which had a television, it had a motorbike, it had a few mobile phones, and yet the woman of the house still continued to cook on the mud chula. This just seemed anachronistic, and we thought that, oh, this is such an easy solution to solve. Why not design an efficient combustion device? So we started on this path, and we realized that there have been hundreds of stoves interventions in the country. People have tried disseminating stoves. People have tried designing with users, without users. There have been huge government programs, but yet very little impact on ground as such. So we thought that perhaps the gap that we needed to address was to have technology-wise a good solution, and B, more importantly, something that people liked, were willing to use, and most importantly, were willing to pay for. So we experimented with some 10 different designs across 1 year, figured out what people were willing to use and importantly pay for, and came out with the product that we have right now, the first of 3 which we intend to do this year. It's been doing well. We do believe we are India's largest home stove seller in the biomass stove space, but that's not a big milestone because there's nobody else as such. But of course, the biggest learning we've had through this whole design and sales process is that never pity the customer, never see this as a problem, that because at times we as social entrepreneurs, we tend to treat the problem as a bigger problem than what it is for the actual consumer. Treat it as a challenge, treat it as something that you want to do to impress the customer, not just in the sense that it fulfills a need, but it brings some joy. It brings the joy of the purchase. It enhances your quality of life. And don't try and measure that, okay, this is X% efficient, this is reducing smoke by so much. Those are secondary things. Since we are all, we have a forum with the government, I've never had this opportunity before. I want to request that please don't do anything for the cook stove sector. Please don't do anything. Don't have a policy, don't have